Hi, Linda Sessions here, and I will be your instructor this semester for business communications. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the class, what it looks like in Canvas, and what you can expect in the class and also in week 1. I will do my best to keep the videos short for you, 15-20 minutes tops. Promise I will do the best that I can. But if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can send me a message through the email in Canvas or even through Navigate. You can call if you want to. You might have to leave a message. Honestly, the best way to contact me is through the email in the course. So let's shrink this down here, put me in the corner, and here is my dashboard in Canvas, and I am going to find the Business 121 class. This is what it looks like to me as an instructor. So I'm going to come up here and we're going to view as a student. So this is how it should appear to you when you go into the class. Each week, I will do my best to have a new announcement for you. And in the announcement, all I have to do is click on it, and I'm going to tell you something about what you can expect during that week. A little bit about the topic, maybe some insights in what you can expect on that topic, some tips on answering some of the quizzes that week. One thing this semester I want you to know is that all of your assignments are going to be due on Saturday night. That's because I need to turn in attendance by Sunday. So, only way I can do that is if I have everybody turn in stuff by Saturday night. Now, what that means is if you mostly have the weekends to do your assignments, because I know a lot of you work, this first week might be a little scattered for you, and I get that, the first week of class. But then on Sunday, you can actually start on week 2, which I really like, because that way you can get into week 2, you can look at the textbook, you can look at the topic, you can look over the quizzes, and if you have any questions, you have time to reach out to me, and I have time to answer and get back with you. So, keeps you staying ahead in class, because I don't like late assignments. You have to notify me if you're going to turn in something late, or I won't accept it. It will be a 0. So make sure you turn your assignments in on time. So that's what you're going to see here in the announcements. You'll also see a lot of references to ducks. I collect rubber ducks, and the reason I do that is they make me smile, and they also help me to remember I don't know what you are going through in your life. You know, just like a duck is swimming across a pond, or it's even sitting still, its feet are going like crazy, trying to keep it going in one direction, or like I said, even sitting still. It's moving like crazy under the water. I don't see that. I only see the top. I see the calm. I see the beautiful duck on the surface. Just with you. I only see what you want me to see. If you have questions about the class, then you need to ask me. I can talk to teenagers. I can have intelligent conversations with my grandkids, but I still can't read minds. So if you have questions about the class, please ask, and I will do my best to answer them. So look at your announcements. I'm going to come back up here and click back on the Home tab to go back to the course. Right here is the Start Here folder. You can click here, Start Here, Getting Started Checklist. It's going to take you through some more information on the course, some tips for tools for online learning, student support. Right down here is the Welcome from Me, where I tell you a little bit more about me than you probably want to know. More tips on how to be a successful student. Lots of information right here, but this is the one you're probably mostly interested about after that instructor welcome, right? And that is the course syllabus. So here in the course syllabus, please take the time to read through this, and it is going to show you what you can expect from me and what I expect from you. I will do my best to get things graded and looked at in a timely manner for you. I will try to do my best as well to interact with you by name on the emails. Now, since this is an online class, if I run into you in the grocery store, I probably won't know who you are, but you might know me because you get these videos and you see me. So please stop, say hi. Hey, I am in your online class. But I will be sending emails out. I will be monitoring your grades. If you don't send assignments in, you can expect an email from me checking up on you. What's going on? Why didn't you get stuff turned in? What I expect from you is to complete what you start. So please make sure that you do your work. Make sure you turn it in on time. Use the resources that are available to you. And if you need help with anything like study skills, time management, reach out, ask me. We can do a Zoom meeting. We can do a phone call. I'm here to help you be successful, so just ask. Going on through the course syllabus, it talks about the projects. Again, the late work, you need to talk to me about it. I won't just automatically accept anything late. See, going on down at the bottom, here's the course schedule. Now, the first week's a little different than all the other ones because there is a discussion board. Basically, I just want you to introduce yourself. What program are you in? A little bit about yourself, and then I want you to reply to one of your classmates. So the sooner you post about you, the sooner your classmates can do their response as well, because you have to have both parts of it to receive all 15 points. The other thing is this grammar and mechanics diagnostic. And basically, this is just a review. And you guys, you get 3 chances to do this review. And I know when I went through and took this, some of it scared me. I have not diagrammed a sentence since probably 9th grade, which was a long time ago for me, guys. So, you know, what is a verb? What is an adverb? What's a decorative verb? You know, I mean, what's a descriptive noun and all this stuff? These are things that you use in communication. And if you understand what the words mean, how they're used in a sentence, it will make a huge difference in how you write. So that's the very first thing that we're doing. Now, the good thing is, this is the only time you're going to take this. I'm not going to do a review on it at the end of the course, so don't worry about that. But you will have 3 times to do each one of the tests that's in this to reach as high as you can for those 50 points. Then you're going to have the why does communicating matter to me? You're going to be reading some vignettes and answering some questions. There's a quiz called Learn It over Chapter 1, an Apply It quiz, and then you're going to have a practice quiz. And for each chapter, you're going to have those 3 quizzes. On the quizzes, they are open book. So you can use your textbook as you're taking these quizzes. You can use Google as you're taking these quizzes. The object of this class is that you learn the basics of communication. There's a lot of information in this class. You're not going to have to write any papers. You're not going to have to do any big projects. When I discussed this class with the department chair, she said, this is a beginning class. Most of the students who are taking this class, this is their first one. They need some good foundations and understanding about the concept of business communication and what it is. And we decided the best way, especially since this was an online class, was to do it by looking at this stuff in the textbook, which is awesome, and having you do quizzes. I am here to discuss the topic, so if something you read really stands out to you and you want to know more information on it, hey, send me an email. Let's talk about it. I might talk about it in my announcements. I might post something else about it in the course as we come across it, just for your edification. This is the course schedule. So, come back over here. I'm going to click on the Home tab. Take me back to the main page in our class. And now I'm going to scroll down here. You've got some more information in your Start Here file. Here's a link to your e-text. Down here under Student Resources, right here there is a link to logging into Cengage. This is the easiest way. If you click on this link, it's going to give you a document, and then you can come down here into this Read Appendix A, and you can click on this Read right here, and following the information in this document, you can log into Cengage and have access to the class. Then you will also have access to the quizzes. Everything is automatically graded, so you are going to know how you are doing in the class. If you ever have any questions about your grades, if you don't think they're coming over correctly into Canvas, please reach out. It's technology, and I will be the first to tell you that sometimes it makes errors. I always go in and double check, but you take the time to double check yourself and reach out if you have questions. If you have questions and you have trouble getting into Cengage, here is a link to the Cengage technical support. They are awesome to work with. They will get right back with you. So if you have issues getting into your e-text, click on that Cengage technical support. You've already paid for the class. You've already paid for the MindTap, which is what you do the quizzes through. So you don't need to pay for anything else for this course. Here are some links to some appendix for common types of reports and formatting different business documents. You're going to be talking about those later on in the class. I wanted to go ahead and put those in the student resources here. Down in the modules, each one is set up the same way. I'm going to give you the dates of the week. This one started today, 8/19. It's going to go to 8/24. You've got the overview. What can you expect of Module 1? And here's a checklist. This is kind of, you can print this out if you want to, so you can mark off, I did this, did this, did this. Here's the introduction post. You're going to click on this, answer the prompts, and then reply. And if you read somebody's post and you really like it, you can actually hit the like button on it. Okay, but you can read about the other students in your class, in the class. Then we have our grammar and mechanics. Now right here is the appendix. So if I click on this, I think it's going to open in there for me. Yeah. I'm going to click here to open in Cengage. Oh, wait a minute. I'm in the student view. Now the student view will not let me go into it. So if you see this when you click on it, this is where when you follow the steps in that logging into Cengage, you're going to click right down here where it says create account, and then follow the prompts to get into Cengage. But what I have to do right now is I need to leave the student view and come back to my instructor view. I'm going to click here to open your content. Now I can go into Cengage. Again, I'm logged into Cengage as an instructor, and it won't let me be both an instructor and a student. So here's language art basics. So it's going to talk about the parts of speech, the punctuation, grammar, mechanics, and word usage. So you can look over this right here on the right side. You can click on this little arrow and it'll take you through each one. Who remembers diagramming sentences? Oh my gosh, I hated doing that. I think I did that in 7th and 8th grade. But that's, if you understand the different parts of speech, then it's going to help you be a better writer and a better communicator. And when you're in business, you have to not only talk to people, but you have to write to people. And so learning the parts of speech, learning the mechanics, learning grammar is basic. Now, you don't need to go through and read every single word on every single page of this document. It is there for you. It is a resource for you. Now, what's really neat is you can actually leave this open, and I can click back up here on this first tab. Now I can come back down here to home, and I can click back over, and I have to scroll down. And here is a tutorial. You can actually go through this. It's just practice. You don't have to do it. It's not required, but it's just a practice tutorial to give you an idea of what the actual assignment is going to look and feel like. When you're ready, you're going to click on this pre-course diagnostic, and you can see right here it's due August 24th. I'm going to click on this, and it's going to let you know that you can retake it, and it's not going to be the average of your score. I need to go in and change that. It's actually going to be your highest score, which is going to be coming over. It says approximately 20 minutes. Of course, that varies per person. I think what I would tell you is not to overthink things. Okay, your chances are not going to be perfect. I know the first time I took it, there were some things, it was a breeze. Other ones, oh my gosh, I had to think like crazy. So a little bit of each. But you can see here, you've got these 8 areas on this one. Test your knowledge, simple sentences, and compound sentences. And it lets you know your attempts. And there's 4 points. You got to test your knowledge on verbs, pronouns, adjectives. When you're ready, you're going to click on the assignment, and then here's your questions. So right now I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to identify the correctly written compound sentences. And each one might read the same to you the first time you read through them. If you're like me, I read really fast. I kind of skim over stuff. So you might have to go in and read each one. And one of them is all of a sudden going to click and say, well, that makes more sense than the others. So when you find that one, just click it and then go to the next one. Okay. What is a compound sentence? Find which one you think is correct and select it. And then you're going to, which of the sentences below are correctly constructed. You're going to find it, select it, and I'm not reading through these, so don't follow mine. Consider the following sentence fragment. Which is the best option? So just going to pick one of them, and then I can say grade it now, or save and continue, or I can continue without saving. Okay, so if I, let's see, which one did I want to do? I don't remember. I think if I grade it now, it's going to let me know I got 1 out of 1 right. Okay, so I can go through here right now, and I can look at it, and it will give me an explanation of what that question was asking for. And I can go through each one, and it's going to go through, and it's going to give me a little bit of explanation on each one. Now I can try another version. Now remember, I have 3 choices for this. So I can try another version. It's going to give me the same type of questions, but the sentences, the answers are all going to be different. So I can come back here. Well, some of the questions are actually different too, but I can come back here, make my answer the questions. I'm going to grade it now. And that time, well, hey, I did it better, but now I only have one chance left. Okay, so now I might want to pay a little closer attention to what I'm doing. So you're going to do that all the time. And again, you've got your answers, some ideas on what you want to do. I can try another version, see if I can improve my score. I'm going to grade it now. And I didn't. My highest score on that one was 2.7. So now I need to go back to assignment. And on that first one, I only got a 2 out of 7. So I might want to pay a little closer attention to the rest of the assignments. Okay. So that is how you're going to do all of those. And you can go back if you don't have to do all of them when you're sitting down to do it. It's in progress. You're not going to, your grade's not going to be submitted until you hit this I'm done, submit assignment now. So don't click this until you're through with all of these. Okay? Again, your highest grade, highest score is what's going to show over here. So once you have that done, you're going to come back here to the Home tab. And then this first week, so we can get everything in, you're also going to be doing Chapter 1. So you're going to answer these 3 questions. There's 3 questions here for 3 points. Why does communicating character matter to me? It's going to give you a preview into Part 1 of the textbook. And then here in the textbook, you're going to click on this link to read the textbook. Click here to open your content. And again, this is your textbook. Now you can, if you want to, a hard copy of the e-text or a hard copy of the textbook there in the syllabus is the ISBN number, but you don't have to have the hard copy, and I don't know how soon you would be able to get it. This is an 8-week class. But here is the chapter introduction, everything about the class, the chapter closing, there's a chapter review. There are some assignments and stuff at the end of the chapter. You don't need to do any of those. You can if you want to, but they're not required. You can go to the chapter summary if you want to. It's going to give you an overview of the chapter. What I recommend, because I think there's one week, I think week 5 you do 3 chapters. It was the only way to get things done. If you don't have time to read every single word in the textbook, I get that. So what I suggest is that you look first at the learning objectives, read all of them, and then there's always going to be a little vignette about somebody and a story about something that really happened to somebody in business when they did something incorrect in business communications. So when you're finished with that page, click the arrow. Look at this. This one's going to describe the relationship between communication and character. Here's a blog that you can go to if you're into reading blogs. It talks about character. Anytime you see a word in bold, you can click on it to go to the definition. Just look through each page, kind of get an idea, see if there's some words that don't make sense to you. If you see a box, just take a few minutes to look through the box. Look through the graphs to see what's going on. After you've gone through the chapter, you're ready to go back to Canvas, go back to the Home tab, go back to the module, and now you've read it, you're ready. Here's the flashcards. This is just for you to use as a resource. The flashcards are all of the keywords in that chapter. So you can look over those. And once you've looked over those, now you read it, you're ready to go here to the Learn It. It's a quiz. So you're going to come in here and you're going to take the quiz. It's multiple choice. And again, as I said, it's open book. You can also use your Google to help you. You've got the apply. So with the Learn It basically goes over the basics of the chapter. What did you learn when you read the chapter? The Apply It takes little vignettes, it's going to talk about something that happens in a business. What would you do next? And so you're going to be applying what you learned. And then the practice quiz takes everything a little bit farther, because in week 4 and in week 5, you're going to have timed quizzes for your midterm and your final exam. And so if you understand what's going on in these chapters, you won't have any issues with those timed quizzes. Okay. So the timed quizzes and exams, they're not proctored in any way. I mean, if you want to use your textbook and Google on them, that's fine. But if you spend a lot of time looking up each question, you're going to have trouble finishing everything, because you have an hour and a half to do 50 questions on the timed quizzes. So that's what's coming down. So that's Module 1. And come on, bring it up here. There we go. This video took a little bit longer than I wanted to. First week always does. I hate it. But about 30 minutes of your time here. But hopefully I explained everything to you. You understand what's going on in class. If you have questions, reach out and ask. That's what I'm here for. Again, I'm Linda Sessions. You can reach me through the mail in Canvas. And you're going to locate that here in the class. Right here is where you're going to look at your grades. Okay, just click on there to see your grades. And then right over here in the yellow part is your inbox, and that's your mail. So you can email me or any of your classmates if you have any questions. So just reach out if you have questions. Okay. Have a great week. Have a great semester. 8 weeks goes by fast. So catch you next week.